Hi, I'm Amalia from Garden of Designs, and this is a very special blog. I'm not sure if it will have one or more parts because I have decided to make about us vlog and to share with you details about me, about my family, and this business, how I started, and all that thing. I know everybody likes a good story, and even though I'm not sure if my story is amazing or good or anything, but it is my story and our story. So here it is. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe, to give a like, and share this with your friends. I enjoy very much watching embroidery related topics. So if you're like me and you like this also, share it with your friends and let's all enjoy this ride together. I live in Romania, in Eastern Europe, and I was born in a family with 5 children. I am the youngest. Um, and my oldest sister, Angela, she is 50 now. I'm 32. And I've been working with her for a few years on our embroidery business, and her daughter, her youngest daughter, because she also has 6 kids, and her youngest daughter was 19 last year when we started Garden of Designs, and she's a very talented artist. And one day she came and showed me what designs she made. So I showed it to you in some embroidery groups, and the answer, the reaction was so great, and we started this journey. It's been almost a year, so at the end of September we will celebrate 1 year since we started Garden of Designs, and it's been such an amazing time to grow together and to develop this business. It's such a pleasure to work with family and to combine our talents and our passions, because I'm passionate about business and embroidery. My sister is also passionate about textiles. She is a seamstress, and my niece loves embroidery and also drawing and creating anime characters, Japanese cartoon style characters. So we combined these three very passionate ladies and created Garden of Designs, and it's such a pleasure to work together and to be able to spend time together. And even though I live here, and they are 130 kilometers away, but I visit them every week. I go to our workshop and to stay with them, to spend time with them, and then we talk every day on the phone. We do FaceTime or something, and it's it's so nice because my sister Angela was away for 15 years. She lived in Italy with her family, and she returned about 4 years ago. And then soon after, I proposed that we do this business together, and she accepted, and it was such a great turnout because her daughter ended up falling in love with embroidery, and this is just great for us. She is the one who practically raised me because she was 18 when I was born, and the first 2 years she was my primary caregiver. So it's a special bond I have with her, and I'm so glad. It's like being in a business with your mom, and I love this. And I know people say don't do business with family, but our family is special, and at least this part, we get along very well. And of course, we have tension moments, but we agreed to always talk, always communicate and always share everything and try to fix each problem so everybody is happy, and it seems to be working, so yay. So a little bit about my childhood. When I was a little girl, I loved playing with dolls, making clothes for them. It was great to have a big sister. So yeah, Angela, being a seamstress, she always had fabrics. She had her machine, and she was always making dresses and all kind of clothes for her clients or for family. She made me the best, the cutest skirts ever, and seeing this, I started making dresses for my dolls, and I always wanted to do embroidery. For me, it was like something so pretty to be able to put flowers and butterfly and all these embellishments on a garment or on anything like a pillow or something. And I always liked this part, but there was nobody to teach me how to do hand embroidery or any other kind of embroidery, so I started sewing. When I was in second grade, I was making my own scrunchies, and of course, living in Romania after the revolution, after communism, we were kind of poor, and my parents couldn't afford a lot of things, but I think this only made us more creative, because I was making scrunchies. They were assorted to my clothes and everybody liked them when I went to school. So yeah, I really loved doing that. And also my entrepreneurial side came out pretty early, even before I started school, because my parents keep reminding me about a story when I was about 5 years old, and I kept seeing that we had a wood factory close to us, and I saw that each day people would come out at around 3 o'clock p.m. And I saw there are a lot of people there, so I went to the cherry to get cherries. Of course, they were not ripe yet, and they were yellowish. They weren't red, but I gathered them anyway and took them to sell them. And it was like I was already doing marketing, and I would tell them that they are yellow cherries, they're very good. They kept asking why aren't they red, so I was, yes, they're yellow, they're very good. But I saw I didn't go to stay all day, and I only went closer to the factory because there were lots of people there. So I think as a kid I had it as a natural how do I say this? It came natural to me to sell something to make money, or to make something to sell. When I was in school, I sold scrunchies or stuff like this. When I was in high school, I joined Avon, and I was selling cosmetics for them, and I made a commission. I was able to have a mobile phone, which in those times was something big for a high schooler. And this helped me gain independence and a sense of responsibility and everything else. So in a way, it was good that my parents couldn't afford everything. it, it came out well in the end. So by the time I was in college, I started to sew again and learn to make clothes. and I was following some patterns from a magazine, and once in a magazine there was a commercial, an ad. There was an ad on the back of the magazine with an embroidery machine. I remember it was a Brother 750, and I was like, oh my god, I really wish to have that embroidery machine. It would be so cool to embroider on my jeans and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, of course I didn't know anything about embroidery, and I imagined I would draw something on the paper and somehow magically the machine would know how to embroider that on my jeans. Sounds so silly now, but something stuck, yes. Something stuck in my head, and that wish for an embroidery machine was there, but they were very expensive, and I was in college, and I couldn't afford it yet. So I just made my peace with it and moved on. I started making jewelry, polymer clay jewelry, and then wire jewelry with semi-precious stones, with Swarovski crystals, with all this craziness. So I did that for about 7 years. And then when I was 25, I was pregnant with my first son, and I kept doing that during the pregnancy, but when I gave birth, I stopped because, of course, I thought beads and wires are not a good idea in a house with a baby. So I stopped making jewelry, and when he was 8 months old, I started painting. I was raised to think, not raised to think, but everybody around me, teachers and everybody that saw my art, were like, you can't paint, you don't know how to draw, I'm sorry, you do not have the talent. And I discovered a painting technique. It's called one stroke. It's a nail painting technique that is adapted so you can paint pretty much anything. And I started painting, and I did that for about 2 years. And all modesty aside, I got pretty good at painting. But then my second son came along, and with a toddler and a newborn, painting was quite challenging. And keeping all those little stuff in the house and the paints, and I always have to let them dry, and I had no assigned space for this, so the kids would go and put their hands on my work, and that wasn't very pleasant, especially if it was commissioned by somebody. So I kept doing that. Christmas was approaching, and I saw an ad on a Facebook group. Somebody was selling an embroidery machine, and guess what? It was a Brother 750. And I was like, hey, this is a sign. If I make money by painting and gather the money for the machine, I can get it. So that's what I did, and I bought that machine second hand, and that's how I started embroidering. In about 3 or 4 months, I had lots of orders, and that was interesting because people already knew I'm creative, so they knew I can make jewelry, they knew I can do painting, and they saw I always had this high standard of quality, so I always used great quality products, and they liked this. So I had my first order for embroidery even before my machine arrived, and that was crazy because now looking back, I took an order to make something that I really didn't know how to make. but it did turn out great. And that client just returned this month to order another batch of towels, and she was like, they were great, they're still in our bathroom, we still use them, we still love them. So that's nice to hear that my very first order is still alive and in use. So that's how I started, and by spring I managed to gather money to buy a new machine, a broader V3, so a bigger hoop, and of course more possibilities to embroider. Then I found out our government were giving some grants for starting businesses, for small businesses. So I applied, and fortunately I did get the grant, and I got money to buy machines and everything I needed. So I bought sewing machine, serger, everything, and the biggest purchase was two machines, two 10 needle brother 1050 PRX. So the latest technology, because one of the conditions of getting this grant was you cannot buy technology older than 3 years. So I was like, yay, of course, great, I'm getting the best machine on the market. So that's how I got the machines, and that's been quite a ride because I had to make a lot of sacrifices. It took a lot of time to start the business, to make it work. I had to get employees. That was also a condition. So to create jobs. And it's been 2.5, 3 years since then. I'm still under, how do you call it, surveillance? Not really. So I still have to report each year until next year, but it's been great. So that's how we started with embroidery, and we did embroidery here in Romania. We still do custom works, and we embroider especially on towels and make toys and everything. So when Elena, which you know as Reina, she came to me and said, hey, look, I designed this doll. I have two dolls, and can I embroider and make them? And I was like, go ahead, take the fabric, go crazy, have fun, and let me see the result. And when she sent me those dolls, I was like, whoa, they are amazing. You have to show everybody. So I made a post and in embroidery groups, and everybody was so supportive, and they told us, oh, she's great, she's very talented, please start a business, I want to buy this design, I want to make this doll. So that was great for us. So we created a Facebook group, and I spoke with an IT guy to do a website for us, and everybody was like, when is the site coming? When is the site coming? When? Because it was the end of September, and everybody wanted to make dolls for Christmas, and they wanted the designs faster. And we started our Etsy shop for this, and we kept it open until we made our website. Then we closed the Etsy shop and left only our website. And last month we reopened our Etsy shop because we were like, there are millions of people on Etsy, why not be there also? But to be honest, I did have some issues with this because they have all these fees and taxes, and we did have to put a little bit higher prices there, and I was conflicted because of course I prefer people come to our site and buy, but for those who find us through there, it's fine, just they get some designs there and then they found out about our site and they can come and buy. And when people subscribe, they get a $10 voucher, so it's fine. I'm sure that that covers that difference. So this is a little bit about my life, about our business, and I would be very glad if you have questions or want to say anything. Just leave a comment, ask us anything. I'm sure I will be doing more of these videos, and it's really nice to see that we have a community, to see that you support us, you encourage us. And recently we had a contest with Spin the Wheel. I know you guys like this very much, and I was so surprised to have more than 700 comments. I read most of them. I haven't got the chance to answer to everyone, but I will have to set aside some hours to read the others. It's so great because if we have like a bad day or something, I can just go there and read all of this positivity coming from you. So this is great. That's why I love this business. I love my job, and I love what I do. It's so nice to serve you and to interact with you and to make all this possible for us and for you. And I really want to thank all of you for being here, and that's it. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more. Yeah, my hands always have to be busy, so I'm playing with this, but this is me. Another thing about me is I always have to do something with my hands. Yes, so subscribe for more, and I will be back with more answers, with more details, and I love you guys really much. Thank you. I love you guys really. Oh yeah, that was good. My English is so funny. I sound like a Russian, but that's fine. I like it. I learned to love this part of me. So yes, this is a long outro. Thank you so much for being here, for listening to me ramble. And if you enjoy this, give a like. YouTube algorithm likes this, and they will push up this video more, so it will help us. And it will also show me that you do enjoy this video and you do want me to make more. So till next time, bye.